Hello Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Gemini, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Gemini, let's get started. So for the overall energy for this connection, we do have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. For some of you, you could currently find yourself connecting with someone new, or you might find yourself connecting with someone new very soon. But we'll see what it's more so leaning towards. Sometimes I tend to look at new love as like a starting over energy between two people who already have a lot of history with one another, but we'll see. We're going to focus on you first, Gemini, and then we'll jump over to your person's energy. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Gemini currently view this relationship? So we do have the Ace of Swords, we do have the Two of Pentacles, and then we also have the Knight of Cups. There's somebody here that I do see you, currently talking to. I am definitely getting that. But I'm getting like this energy of contemplation with you at the same exact time. Like, I don't know if you're contemplating this fairly new connection or what's really going on here, which is something that I do want to kind of look into a little bit more, because I do see you talking to somebody new. I do see you getting to know someone new. I do see you pursuing somebody new, but there's this energy of like contemplation going on at the same exact time. And I want to see what that's all about. Tell me more about the Two of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Interesting. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Two of Swords. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. Okay. Let's talk. So in reference to this contemplation energy that I'm kind of getting here from you, I do feel like the only reason why you're contemplating, I guess, this fairly new, connection that you currently find yourself in has a lot to do with the past. Well, what if this person comes back? And what if we work things out? Then what am I going to do with this new person? Should I continue to date this person and get to know this person? Or should I stop now? Because, what if this person, from my past comes back? Here's the thing, Gemini. Even if this person from your past does come back, you're harnessing the energy of not being entirely sure if you even want to get back with this person or not, given everything that happened here between the two of you, or everything that this person did to cause a relationship to come to an end. So then that's like a whole nother like bag of burritos that I'm kind of getting here for you, because although there may be a part of you that wants to work things out with this person from your past, there's still that other part of you that's unsure if you even do want to give this person a second chance or not. And then on top of that, there's no telling if this person is going to come back or not. So then that's another thing. I mean, I get it. Your whole thing is you don't want to go off and build, a whole new relationship with a whole new person. Then boom, this person from your past comes back, and then you find yourself wanting to be with them. And then you're going to have to stop talking to this one and break this one's heart to go off, into the sunset with this ex of yours. So I get your dilemma. How does this person currently view this relationship with Gemini? All right, so we do have the Moon. We have the 10. Oh, this one's prideful. Oh, this one's prideful. Oh, that's like the first, I think that actually kind of slapped me in the face the moment that I saw this person's energy. I was like, oh yeah, this one over here is very prideful. It kind of looks like this person walked away from this relationship, but it was stemming from a place of the grass is greener on the other side. I just know it and nobody can't tell me otherwise. Well, it kind of looks like this person got to the other side of the fence and they're starting to quickly realize, oh snap. Oh snap. Oh snap. The grass isn't actually greener on the other side. Talk about the grass is not greener on the other side. So this person basically left you in this dynamic that they share with you because they thought the grass was greener on the other side. Oh, this is pretty bad if you ask me. So, and don't get caught up in the gender, okay? Because nothing's gender specific. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. So just keep that in mind, okay? Don't get caught up in the gender. But this person's looking at you like you're a King of Pentacles / King of Cups. Don't get caught up in the gender, okay? This person just basically looks at you as somebody who really did love them and cared for them deeply. Somebody who would literally do anything for them, right? or somebody who literally has done every and anything for them. So they basically walked away from you. And I feel like the main reason why this person walked away from you was because they were primarily focused on, you know, all the things that they didn't necessarily like about their marriage with you or their relationship with you, or possibly even you. It's kind of like the 80-20 rule. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, where there's like 80% of what you like about a person. There's that 20% where you're just like, oh my God, I don't know if I can deal with all that. Well, it kind of looks like that 20% that they didn't necessarily like about their relationship with you was enough for them to bring them, you know, marriage and a relationship to an end. Well, here's the thing, that 20% that they didn't necessarily like about, you know, you or their relationship with you, they found that 20% on the other side of the fence. But see, here's the thing. This individual that they started involving themselves with after the relationship came to an end between the two of you, yeah, they do have the 20%. They do have the 20% that I guess you lacked or they didn't necessarily like about you and their, you know, relationship with you. Let's say, for example, you weren't the best at communicating, for example, with this person. Well, yeah, this person knows how to communicate and they know how to communicate very, very well. But, you know, they can't do much for them other than that. You know what I mean? They can't give them anything else other than that. You see what I mean? So this person left 80% of what they truly wanted and desired, aka you and their marriage with you, their relationship with you, for somebody who only has 20% of what they truly want and desire, and they lack the whole 80%. Understand why this person's harnessing the energy that they're harnessing. It's an energy of, I made a mistake. It's an energy of, what was I thinking? And it's an energy, you know, of them essentially, you know, realizing like, man, like I had a really, really good thing and I walked away from it thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. And now I'm realizing, oh man, the grass isn't actually green on the other side like I thought it was going to be. And that happens, you know, it happens. It is what it is. It happens. But let's keep going, my friend. Let's keep going. This one over here is in a boatload of regret, my friend, in a boatload of regret. Now, going back to what I said, this one over here is very, very prideful. So we'll see how they play this, because the fact that this person is super duper prideful, you know, they might just take the L, you know what I mean, and keep walking. Or they might run back to you. That's also another possibility, but it's hard to tell due to the amount of ego and pride this person actually has. All right, Gemini. Gemini, 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 Gemini. See, that's my thing. Look at this. We got the Five of Swords to the Judgment card to the Four of Swords. There's like a part of you that feels like this person's gonna come back. This person's gonna come back. They're gonna come back. They can't find anyone better than me. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. But then there's that part of you that's like, well, maybe they won't come back though, because look, the time, look at how much time has essentially passed, and I haven't heard from them. I mean, there's a possibility that they may not come back. So it's kind of like a 50-50. It's like a part of you feels that they may come back, and a part of you feels like, you know, they may not come back. And listen, I'm with you on that. I'm just saying based off of the fact that I can tell how much ego and pride they have. And sometimes, you know, our ego and pride will prevent us from doing things deep down inside we really want to do. Because deep down inside, between you and I, they want to run right back to you. They want to run right back to you. Trust me when I tell you they want to run right back to you. But it's their ego and their pride that's like, no, like, you can't do that. Like, you just got up and walked away thinking the grass was green on the other side. And once you got to the other side, you realize it wasn't. Like, do you really want to go, you know, back to Gemini and look all foolish? Do you really want to do that? You know, that's like basically what their ego and pride is telling them. But I think that you knew the moment this person walked out of your life, or the moment you walked out of their life, however that played out, that they weren't going to find anyone better than you. You already knew that. You already knew that. You already knew that, honey. You already knew that. All right, we have the Page of Swords. We got the High Priestess, and then we also have the Six of Wands. You better not. I hope you better not do this. Well, let me say that again, because sometimes, like, when I get very passionate, my words don't come out that good. But then again, it's because I'm Puerto Rican. I was gonna say, I hope you don't do this. Not you better not do this, but I guess that sounds right. I don't know. I'm very like, yeah, because I speak two different languages, I could get like very insecure sometimes when I say certain things. I'm like, wait, did that sound right? Anyways, you knew what I meant anyways, but here's the thing. This person, okay, and this is just what they're hoping for at this point. This person's really hoping that this entire situation turns like in their favor. In other words, this person's really hoping that you would be the one to essentially resurface back up here for them and try to fix or repair things here with them. So that way they're not the one looking stupid. So that way they're not the one looking foolish. So that way they're not the one looking dumb. And that's why I'm telling you, you better not. You better not run back to this one. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm kind of telling you what to do. You know what I mean? You better not run back to this one over here. No. No, no. I think that this person needs to grow up and admit that they made a freaking mistake. I think this person needs to grow up and admit, you know, to you, that not only did they make a mistake, you know, but they also thought, you know, that the grass was greener on the other side. And once they got to the other side, they quickly realized that it wasn't, you know, it wasn't greener on the other side. It was not. It was not. It was not. Because if this person thinks for 1 second that everything that you gave them and poured into them, this one over the other one is going to do that, they're not. They're not. And they're quickly realizing that they're not. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Everything that you've done for them and sacrificed for them and poured into them and gave to them, this other one is not going to do that for them. This other woman's not going to do that for them. This other man's not going to do that for them. They ain't going to do that for them. And they need to grow up and admit that. They need to, they need to put their, you know, yeah, they need to put their big girl panties on or their big boy undies on and get the job done. You know what I mean? And just, you know, admit to you that they made a mistake, but they don't want to do that. They don't see that's the thing. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. No, they don't want to do that. They don't know. Again, it's the pride, honey. It's the pride. It's the ego. No. They don't want to be they don't want to be the one to like run back to you and try to work things out with you and, you know, admit to you that they couldn't find anyone better than you when they made a mistake. Oh, no. That's still no. No, they just can't do that. They just can't do that. Okay. I was going to say, like, okay, so what's going on with this new relationship? But we have the King of Swords to the King of Pentacles to the Lovers. You know, I like this energy because at the end of the day, there's a it's a 50-50 with this one over here. But there is a possibility that this person may come back. Obviously, we're going to see what actions they plan on taking in your direction. I'll solve everything. But there's a possibility that they may not. I like the fact that you're not putting this new relationship on hold, though. I do like that. I do like that. At the end of the day, they decided to self-sabotage things here between the two of you because they thought the grass was green on the other side. You shouldn't put your life on hold because they clearly didn't know how to essentially value or appreciate a good thing when they essentially had it. Let's just be real. And that's on them. That is not on you. So I like the fact that you're not putting this new relationship, you know, on hold. I do like the fact that you're continuing to get to know this person and date this person. Yo, if it leads to something serious, and it does. You know, if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I love the fact that you're not putting your life on hold for this one over here that just didn't value or appreciate you when they had you. So good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Well, look at what we have here. 7 of Pentacles, patiently waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting for you to resurface back up here for them. So we still don't see them taking action in your direction. We still don't see them taking action in your direction. But this person's thinking about you. They're thinking about you a lot. And as much as they want to gravitate towards you, you know, again, it's that energy of them forcing themselves not to because, you know, they're not trying to look stupid. They're not trying to look stupid. They are not, no, they are not trying to look stupid. They're not trying to run back to you and tell you, you know what, I made a huge mistake. The grass wasn't green on the other side, Gemini. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. This one has way too much ego and pride for all of that. Way too much ego and pride for all of that. Now, as time goes by and they don't necessarily hear from you, it causes them to essentially think that you could very well be talking to somebody new or entertaining someone new because they just don't understand what else you could possibly be doing on your end that is preventing you from contacting them or trying to work things out with them. Now, this is another thing that confuses me about this person. Why would you try to work things out with them when they decided to self-sabotage things here between the two of you because they thought the grass was greener on the other side? You would think that it would be al revés, right? The other way around, that they would be the one, you know, gravitating towards you and apologizing to you. And Gemini, I messed up. I thought the grass was greener on the other side and I quickly realized it wasn't, and blah, blah. You would think that it would be that way, but in their head, they're like, no, like, they need to be the one to, you know, try to work things out with me. They need to be the one to try to get back with me. And it's like, but I don't understand why, if they're the one who ruined things here between the two of you. So again, not only do they not want to apologize to you and admit to you that the grass wasn't green on the other side like they thought it was, they're also expecting you to be the one to run back to them and try to fix and repair things here with them after they self-sabotage this relationship between the two of you. Okay. Now, we do have the Justice card to the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Hangman. I think that this person's going to start to quickly realize this entire situation is not going to play out in this person's favor. And the fact that this person has justice on their behalf, that's basically saying the way that this entire situation is playing out is exactly what they basically get and exactly what they deserve. When justice comes out, you're getting what you deserve. So for example, them leaving you thinking that, you know, the grass is greener on the other side, but then they quickly realize that it wasn't. And now they're sitting in a boatload of regret. And oh my God, what was I thinking? Well, that's them getting what they deserve. This whole them expecting you to run after them and try to fix and repair things here with them after they self-sabotage things here between the two of you. Well, we don't see you gravitating towards them. And again, this is, again, them getting what they deserve. Okay. I think that the more time passes, the more they start to suspect, okay, like Gemini's probably seeing someone new. They're probably dating someone new. Like, they're probably done with me. They're probably really moving forward and moving on with their life. And to be completely honest with you, I think that the more you continue to date this new person, the more you're going to start to build, you know, a very close connection, you know, with them. At the end of the day, this person just simply doesn't realize that by them allowing their ego and their pride to call the shots in their life right now, all it's really doing is creating room for you and this man to go off and build towards a life of one another, or you and this woman to go build a life of one another. That's all they're really doing. Or that's all that their ego and their pride is really doing here, is creating room for somebody else to come along and take their place. But they just don't know that. You know what I mean? They don't know that, and they just don't realize it because they care more about, well, I just don't want to look stupid, and, you know, I just don't want to admit that, you know, I was wrong, and, you know, it's a part of, you know, growing up and maturing, you know. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we're human. We're going to make mistakes, you know. It is what it is. It's not a judgmental thing. It is what it is. But if this person can't even admit that they made a mistake, that's a problem. If this person can't even admit when they're wrong, that's a problem. You see what I mean? That's a problem, you know. And it's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to make a mistake, because we are imperfect people. But, you know, their ego and their pride is taking them down a route they don't even want to go down. They don't even want to go down. And on top of that, they're just making room. They're just making room for you and this other person to build towards a life of one another. Now, I understand that they don't know that. But that's what's happening here. Anyways, we have worth waiting for. Very similar to the Three of Wands, which they did get on their behalf. You know, this is them waiting for you to extend yourself to them and try to fix and repair things here with them. You know, this is kind of like the epitome. Not saying this is what occurred here, but this is like the epitome, right? Of you, for example, you know, cheating on them finding out about it, and them, you know, and then you expecting them to run after you and try to fix and repair things with you and apologize to you. Apologize to you for what? You know what I mean? Like, you're the one who cheated on them. Like, why should they apologize to you for anything if you're the one who betrayed them and deceived them? Like, that's how this person's going about all of this. And it doesn't make no logical sense. You know, it's like they turn around and self-sabotage this relationship in whichever way they did. And they're expecting, I don't know, like you to run after them, apologize to them for what, I don't know. Like, you're being expected to do all of these things when In all actuality, they should be doing all these things. Again, like, that's like you turning around and cheating on them and you expecting them to apologize to you. They're going to look at you like you have 10 heads. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You know? Or that's like also you expecting them to run after you turn around and cheat on them. They will look at you like you have 10 heads. Like, what are you talking about, Gemini? What? Why would I do that? You know what I mean? Makes no logical sense. And this is why you're not running after them. Even though I was telling you, like, you better not do it, it doesn't look like you're going to do it in the end, which I'm pretty happy about, because I don't feel like they deserve all of that from you. I think that this person needs to grow and evolve and mature and recognize where they go wrong, and also admit when they go wrong, because that's going to contribute to them growing and evolving as an individual. But if they don't want to grow and evolve as an individual, that truly is on them. But, you know, they're expecting things from you that they shouldn't be expecting. They shouldn't be expecting. Just like if you were to turn around and cheat on them, yeah, you shouldn't be expecting this person to turn around and run after you or apologize to you for something they didn't even do. You know what I mean? You're the one who ruined it. You know what I mean? But see, that's what they're expecting from you. You see what I mean? That's what they're expecting from you. Even though they self-sabotage it, they want you to run after them. Even though they ruin things here between the two of you, they still want you to fix this and you to repair this. But you didn't even do anything wrong. Why should you have to pay for something that you did not do? And then that's basically what they want, right? Is for you to pay for something you didn't do by trying to fix and repair things here with them. Why should you do that? You didn't do anything wrong. They should be the one trying to fix and repair things here with you. You know, just saying. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.